Hey friends, welcome back to Origami Review, and today we have some really cool models to check out. But before we dive into those, you might be wondering, how do people get this thin paper to make these super cool origami models? Well, it's kind of a process. You need to learn how to treat your own paper and also where to get these papers. And if you go to my website and you go to resources and then you go to the paper treating kit, I've actually compiled a bunch of products I found online that I use for treating paper and also some test papers, which is basically how to make double tissue using this setup. And I've experimented a ton with a lot of different methods, and these are what I like to use and what I think work really well. So feel free to check this out on my website, links in bio, read the descriptions, and kind of get a sense if you're ready to take that step to start treating your own paper, to fold more complex models. Definitely take a look. So now to review some models, and as you can see, we are on Drew's Instagram page, who we featured many times in the past, but the first three models we're checking out are actually designed by the same person, but folded by three different people. And the special thing about this model is it's designed using tilted grid, and this is pretty crazy because you don't see this very often, and you might have guessed it already, but we are taking a look at Shuki Kado's new horse design, which is really crazy. And because it's tilted grid, and just because of Shuki, most of the details you see aren't really shaping details, they're actually structural details. So they're built into the design. However, there's obviously an element of shaping besides folding, which Drew, in this case, took to the next level. So here is his rendition of Shuki Kado's design. And as you can see, what a gallant pose. This horse, it's ready to go. It's really clean, and he really takes advantage of those structural details just to give it extra shape. You can see, the ears are wisping behind. It's got a fabulous mane and muzzle and the eyes. Got some wisp in the tail and everything. And if we just look at this as a whole, it looks super, super cool. So great job, Drew, on this one. Tilted grid is not easy, and especially with this design being so new, the only way to fold this is by solving the tilted grid crease pattern. If you watched the episode with Plant Psychologist, we kind of talked about tilted grid a little bit there. But yeah, no easy feat, and in general, a Shuki Kado model being generally closed belly as well, not easy to do. So very well done, Drew. Let's take a look at our next horse. And the next one we have is folded by Noah, and man, is the photography game on point. If you guys don't follow Noah, definitely follow him. You get to see both amazingly folded models and amazing photography. Just the way he uses the bokeh, different focal lengths, really ties in the picture using the natural sunlight as his lighting. Very excellent. It makes his whole Instagram feed really interesting to take a look at. Besides the origami models, you can see just a lot of variety in the way he uses the environment to make the model look really good in the picture. But yeah, so we have another horse, and this one is from Saturagami, 50 centimeters. And Saturagami is a little bit of a thicker paper. Because tilted grid is much more efficient, you can actually use thicker papers that are good for wet folding to really draw out, a roundness of the origami. And so this was definitely an excellent choice. Just take a look at a close-up. I love the differences, very slight differences in the way that each folder takes on the model. So obviously there's the structure for the eye, but the way they shape it is a little different. So Noah's eye is different than Drew's, and the next one we're going to see is also a little different. But it's really cool to see. I really like the eye that Noah did here. It's very defined, and it's very clean. It doesn't look too much like the layers are pulled in any certain direction. It's just curved very nicely. So very excellent job there, Noah. I also really like the way he did the mane. Super clean, cascading down. It just makes the model look very elegant. And you can even see the differences in the way he did the tail versus Drew's, where it was more using the pleats and the layers to make it look wispy. Noah drew it out, used some 3D, crimps and curls to really make it look good. Huge props on this leg anatomy and the hooves. Noah, I can tell you've been looking at some horses for reference, so definitely a really good job there. Yeah, the proportions are really on point for this one. Excellent job. And last but not least, we have Alan's fold of the horse by Shuki Kado. And oh man, of course, we've seen Alan many times in the past, and he really has an eye for cleanliness as well as texture. So he paints a lot of his papers. I think probably every single paper he folds with. And in this case, he's using double Wenjo. Excellent choice for this model. And oh, that's crazy. Just look at the texture of the paper. It just adds to the already awesome design of this horse. This is super cool. I really like the way he did kind of the muzzle and the shape of that. Looks like the horse, it's like leaning in. It's about to turn. And as you can see here, a lot of Alan's folding, it's so clean. If you look at this mane, like, man, all these pleats, ultra clean. I love just the body shape that he has going, and the tail as he uses the existing pleats to give it some waviness. It really does look like an excellent horsetail. So this is super good. Let's take a look at some more photos. Yeah, you can just see that, man, not only is the paint good, the folding is also really good. I like the way he channeled in with the closed belly. It's really well defined so that you can notice that specific detail of the model. Over here with the head, and if you've seen the crease pattern, it gets really complex to fold. So great job keeping it clean. Again, he's got a really nicely defined eye structure, and the overall shape of the head is really nice, from the nostrils just to the jaw shape going into the neck. This is super cool. Yeah, elegant horse. All three of these are really amazing. If you guys want to try folding it, definitely go for it. It's such a cool model. I think it's got to be one of the most difficult horse models out there. So you'll definitely have a fun time solving that crease pattern. But yeah, amazing job, Alan. This is super cool. This photo is just excellent. Yeah, great job, all three. Go follow Alan. Go follow Noah. Go follow Drew. Amazing folds of an amazing design. And of course, if you don't follow Shuki Kado already, go follow him, go buy his book. You guys know what to do. Alright, and moving away from the Horse 2.0, we're going to check out some more cool stuff. And this was on the Hall of Fame in the Discord, and this is designed by Florian Origami. Now, we can see if we translate here that it doesn't really have a name for the design yet, but man, is this such a cool dragon. So amazing job, Florian Origami, for designing this. Yeah, guys, look at the detail. Like, just this picture, right? The only thing in focus is the head, but wow, look at so many details. There's eyes, there's teeth. I love the direction of the horns. It looks very aged, like this dragon's been around for a while. It's an ancient beast. And I love how it's just flying towards the camera. Really, really well done. Here's another great angle. And yeah, the shaping on this dragon is just really immaculate. He uses the paper from, the neck and body to have pleats going all through the body. That's just super cool. The claws are super well done. I love the hind claws, a lot of the dragon kind of mythology, the claws were inspired, I guess, by bird claws, and the anatomy kind of matches here. So this is super, super cool. You can also see one of my favorite things is the wings. Now, I really like big wings, and also another place that a lot of interpretations of dragons come from are like bat wings. And so they've got this huge bend and draw, and then the webbing in between with the bones. Oh, looks so, so good. And yeah, just, oh man, all the proportions for this dragon are really cool. Love how the tail looks and everything. Yeah, if you look at this model from any direction, it's going to look really good. So amazing job, Florian Origami. Super, super cool design. Guys, if you're on Twitter, go check him out. He's got some cool stuff. But yeah. And on the topic of dragons, we have another one, although this is much more than a dragon. This is Dragon Keeper by Plant Psychologist. And of course, we've talked with Plant a whole bunch already. And here's his most recent design. And this thing is so packed with details, it's crazy. So we're going to go through these photos. We're going to check it out. Well, before we start, this is the Dragon Keeper on its own as a human figurine. This is really well done. As you can see, it's holding a torch. And he did some little photo magic to make it look like it's illuminated. I really love that. It really adds to presentation of this model. But super well done. We can read his description, where he started. He wanted a way to get female hair, and then he kind of went on from there. He wanted to design a different style of female other than just a generic, or I won't say generic, but a little bit different than like an anime character. So yeah, he went through a bunch of drafts, and if you follow him, you would see on his story or maybe in the Discord about how he was going about this. But this is super cool. One main feature here is it has a face, and this is a well-developed face. And if you guys saw the last origami review, you would know that I advised from doing eyes, and instead do eye sockets. Well, player he kind of pushes that term out the window because he does the eyes really well here. He's actually got flaps for the eyes, and while that is extremely hard to do, as I mentioned, because of the uncanny valley, he made it so that it adds like personality to the face. You know, it's gazing, and even though it's not 100% super realistic, just the added detail really gives emotion and expression to the face. So really well done, plant. Looks great. Very simple mouth. Also adds just to the vibe that you're getting from the character. And then, yes, of course, here's the dragon, and it's being held in the hand of the dragon keeper. And yeah, this is so well done. It's like a full-on baby dragon. Now, if you remember way back when I had like the ancient dragon slayer, and I just had the head of a dragon in the arm, doing that in of itself is quite challenging. Plant, he got a full dragon there, and the dragon is clean. It's very clean, and the connection is clean. Looks great. Like, it looks like he could just fold this dragon and stick it right next to it, but no, this is all one sheet of paper. Super well done. One of my favorite parts of this model is the cape, and even though it's just pulling layers and you can kind of see the grid, he goes away from just keeping the grid by adding these swooping motions. And if you look at a cloak, this is really what you're going to see. Especially if it's like blowing in the wind, or if you're trying to draw something like that. Really cool. I also like the hood right here. Super well done. And yeah, there's just a ton of details. It's got a dagger at the side. Here's the crease pattern for it if you would like to fold it. I really want to fold it. As you guys know, I love humanoid models, so definitely want to fold it. Plant said that you can also color change it. So that's also possible for the clothing. Another super cool detail. But yeah, I think I'm going to give this a shot when I have some time, with obviously really large paper, because this is a really cool one. But yeah, so here we can kind of see some of his progress photos and just kind of the drafts on how he created this character and designed it, because part of this was actually the character creation. So really well done, Plant. Super cool. Guys, go follow him, check out the crease pattern, see if you want to fold it too. And next up, we have another humanoid model, and this is the Walking in the Rain by Obelisk. And this rendition is by Florian from Germany. And we've seen, I think, a couple renditions of this in Origami Review, but this one's really great because what stood out to me is that Walking in the Rain, it's a rainstorm, right? There's wind, there's rain. It's not a comfortable, like, fancy going out with the umbrella. The girl in Walking in the Rain is trying to get home, and there's a rainstorm. So this really gave me that kind of reaction. She's hunched over holding the umbrella. It appears to me that there's wind, just blowing, a big storm going on. So that's really cool. It's an active pose. This is what people would actually look like if they're really trying to get home from the rain. And besides that, it's folded very cleanly. Even though there's the grid, a lot of the grid lines are hidden just because of how the paper is shaped. You have the definitive arm, the proportions are correct, and the umbrella doesn't look squished. It looks really clean and evenly shaped. So that's excellent job, Florian. This is a really, really good rendition. You can definitely tell he put his own flavor into this fold. And besides that, guys, check out his Instagram because he's got really cool renditions and really cool designs, just like this nine-tailed winged fox. Again, super cool, super creative. Go check him out. He's got some really cool stuff. All right, and our next fold is again from someone we've seen many, many times, and that's just because this person never ceases to make amazing folds and designs, and this is Bodo with his remake of his Stegosaurus skeleton, Stegosaurus skeleton version 2. You know him, Skeleton Master, and this fold, oh my goodness, it's so good. So one, it's a video, so you can check this out. Amazing presentation, but I love the way he did the head in this rendition and how clean the rest of the body and the bones are. It just adds a lot to the skeleton. I can definitely see this, you know, being in a museum. I've seen Stegosaurus skeletons in museums, and yeah, it's got that whole thing going. I love the slight tilt to the head, makes it look really, really cool. Bodo, this is crazy, and what's even crazier about this, it's only a 48 grid. So, you know, huge props to Bodo. It's just box pleating. There's not even like weird transitions. You can see he posted the crease pattern here. It's obviously it's a lot of middle flaps, but man, Bodo, well done, well done. This is super, super good. And our final model for this episode is my friend Travis, and we are especially featuring this because this is the model that he used to win the past month's Origami Dan Design Challenge. And I might pronounce this wrong, but it's another dinosaur. This is the Dimetrodon. Dimetrodon? Not too sure how to pronounce it, but the color change, the subject model, the overall finish and folding, all so well done. Travis, this is such an amazing fold and definitely deserved the win for the design competition. We actually tied for first place, so we kind of are like a duo win here. But yeah, no, this design is so good. And pretty much everything that Travis designs is so good as well. He really comes up with unique subjects to design. You know, I don't know how many Dimetrodons are out there, but you can see it. Oh, he's got a little mini one right here. So this is super cute. Yeah, amazing job, Travis. This is so cool. It's got closed belly. I think he also posted the crease pattern. Oh, he did post the crease pattern as well if you'd like to fold it. Yeah, Travis, he's got a huge brain, giga brain for designing. Just look at some of these structures. It's really, really cool. So definitely give him a follow if you haven't already. And let's check out this origami simulation of it folding, flat folding crease pattern. That's just so cool. Super genius way to do this color change. The middle color change is not an easy thing to do. I love that you added this in here. And amazing design. And also congrats for the win, by the way. But yeah, guys, check out Travis's stuff. He's done a lot for the community. He hosts meetings, all that sort of thing. He's got some really cool designs and renditions. Yeah, Tankoda on Instagram. Go follow him. You're not going to regret it. And while that was the last model for this episode, if you guys are watching the premiere right now, that means it's my birthday. So this is a special origami review, I guess. And because of that, I'm going to plug the model that I tied with Travis in for the design competition, and that is the Dragonite. And the reason why I'm plugging it is because I am in the middle of making the tutorial for this design. And I even have a web page for it, so if you want to grab the crease pattern, you can go there. Also have some recommended paper and also, of course, images of the Dragonite. So go check it out there. We got a link to the introduction of the tutorial. We have the introduction and part 1 done. I'm working on part 2 right now, but part 1 should keep you pretty busy if you want to fold this. So yeah, definitely go check this out. Check out my website. I got a bunch of cool stuff on my website, as I mentioned earlier. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Origami Review. I'm excited to keep making videos, and I hope you guys enjoy. Drop a like, drop a comment, let me know what models you liked and what you want to see on the next origami review. Other than that, see you guys in the next video.
All this origami got me going kamikaze now.